Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Political Ray. We've got some stuff coming out. $1.9 billion was found of taxpayer funds that the Biden administration just happened to misplace. Eric Adams says he's going to sue the Trump administration. David Hogg, apparently he's been funneling some money to himself. And Governor Newsom says that he's going to veto a bill allowing ICE agents to take criminals out of jails and prisons from California. Nothing makes sense anymore. Anyway, let's jump right into the $1.9 billion that DOGE has found. Check this out. This is insane. Okay, from the New York Post, DOGE says it recovered $1.9 billion in taxpayer funds misplaced by Biden admin. How does this happen? This is the honest question, okay? How do you misplace $1.9 billion? How does this happen? It's an honest question. I'm curious to find out how and why this money went missing and how DOGE just found it. Anyway, the Department of Government Efficiency announced Friday that it received nearly $2 billion in funds misplaced by the Biden administration. The massive trove belonging to the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, was discussed a day after HUD Secretary Scott Turner launched a DOGE task force at his agency. $1.9 billion of HUD money was just recovered after being misplaced during the Biden administration due to a broken process. Again, how does this happen? $1.9 billion just misplaced by the Biden admin. Look, the money and people that are against DOGE finding all this crap out, there's something else wrong with you. How can you not be okay with this agency finding out all this crap to where our taxpayer dollars is going? I don't understand it. I don't know how people can be against this. Anyway, HUD Secretary Scott Turner worked with DOGE to fix the issue. These funds were embarked for the administration of financial services, but were no longer needed. Okay, so this is nuts. Anyway, the cost-cutting group led by Elon Musk said it worked together with Turner to fix the issue and de-obligated the funds, which are now available for other use by the Treasury. Look, if it's not being used for anything, it was just lost by the bad Biden admin. How about we just, it wasn't being used for anything? Give it back to the people. Give it back to the taxpayers. My opinion. No, I know it's never going to happen, but hey, it is astounding how much taxpayer money can be saved with even a small amount of effort, Musk wrote on X, sharing that the solicitation contracts related to the money found by DOGE. The contracts were earmarked for Carrington Mortgage Services and Selene Finance in August of 19 and would have paid out $751,221,000. And $836,689,000 to each company, respectively. Turner, a former NFL cornerback turned Dallas house developer, was confirmed by the Senate to lead HUD last week. We will be very detailed and deliberate about every dollar spent in serving tribal, rural, and urban communities across America, he said Thursday. Look again. Well, let's see. With President Trump's leadership, business as usual, the status quo is no longer the posture that we will take, Turner added. And with the help of DOGE, we will identify and eliminate all waste, fraud, and abuse. Look, I'm just, again, $1.9 billion that was just found. This is crazy. This is insane. And the two companies that were supposed to receive this money, why? Tell me why they were going to get this money. That's what I want to know. Why were these two companies going to receive that much money of taxpayer dollars? Tell me why. Insane. Anyway, moving on to Eric Adams. This is from the New York Post as well. It's crazy. It's crazy. Adams to sue Trump admin over $80 million in FEMA migrant shelter funding clawed back from New York City. Let me on the onset of this story. Look, President Trump had put in, some lawyers in order to defend Mayor Eric Adams, and they presently dismissed themselves. And now Eric Adams says that he's going to sue. I mean, it seems to like he's trying to play both sides, and I don't think that this is going to work out very well for him. Anyway, Mayor Eric Adams plans to file a lawsuit against the Trump administration next week after the feds secretly clawed back more than $80 million in migrant funding from New York City's coffers, according to a letter obtained by the Post. This is talking. Look, FEMA was spending $59 million in New York City to fund illegal aliens to house them. Now, it says in luxury hotels. I've seen a couple stories where it wasn't. It was just, run-of-the-mill, ordinary apartments. That being said, I don't care. I don't care. Illegal aliens living off of our taxpayer dollars shouldn't be happening. If you want to come to this country, fine. Do it the legal way. Get a job, pay taxes, be a part of society. Don't come here and live off of the taxpayers. We voted for this not to happen anymore, and I'm glad to see that DOGE is actually doing something about it. This is what the people voted for. Anyway, Counsel for Adams' administration issued a letter to City Comptroller Brad Lander Friday stating that the city's law department is looking to take legal actions by February 21st to recoup the $80.5 million Federal Emergency Management Agency payments taken by the feds on Tuesday. The law department is currently drafting litigation papers with respect to this matter. The letter penned by Corporation Counsel Mariel Good Trufant said, I don't care. I don't care. This money was not... FEMA is not supposed to be... Their job is not to be providing housing for illegal aliens. Their job is to be providing relief to disaster victims. And the fact that just not too long ago, the FEMA director came out and said that they're not going to have enough funds to make it through hurricane season, yet they've got $59 million to house illegal aliens in New York City. Something else corrupt is going on with that company, that agency, whatever you want to call it. There's something else going on. If you don't have the money to make it through hurricane season, but yet you've got the money to fund millions of illegal aliens inside of New York City with $59 million, there's something else going on. And it needs to be investigated and looked into. And anybody who's against that, if you're for housing illegal aliens using taxpayers' dollars to do so, instead of helping the relief of American citizens during a natural disaster, I'm sorry. You're not... You obviously don't care about American citizens, and you put illegal aliens above American citizens, and that shouldn't be the case. That's my opinion on it. You should... No. I don't think that should happen. Period. Ever. No. Shouldn't happen. All right, so we got David Hogg, he was newly elected to the DNC as their vice chair. And this is from the New York Post. Again, it's a New York Post day. David Hogg using platform to solicit donations for his own PAC. Insiders say it doesn't give an oink. This guy, okay. Look, I don't have anything nice to say about this guy, but apparently he's been funneling funds to his own little committee thing, and he's just been, he profits off of this. So this is just more corruption within the Democratic Party that's been taking place, and by a young guy who just barely got in there. This is insane. David Hogg is being a pig, according to Democrat National Committee insiders who are already slinging mud at the new party vice chairman. Barely 2 weeks into his tenure, Hogg has been leveraging DNC contracts lists to blast out messages, solicitation donations to his own political action committee, from which he draws more than $100,000 in compensation a year, according to the Federal Election Commission's record. David Hogg here. I was just elected DNC vice chair. This is a huge win for our movement to make the Democratic Party more reflective of our base, youthful, energetic, and ready to win. Reads one of 8 texts he sent out to the DNC's vast database of phone numbers. This guy is just as corrupt as everyone else in the DNC. and he's making money off of being a political figure. Anyway, let's see. We got Hogg co-founded Leaders We Deserve in August of 23 with the stated goal of electing young progressives to Congress and state legislatures across the country. It also provided him a 6-figure income job right out of college. Of course it did. He's working for the Democrats. Of course he's going to make a crap ton of money. And that's just the money that we know about. Not to mention anything else that he might be getting from donors or lobbyists or anything else. So, since the PAC was founded, Hogg has pocketed more than $175,000, records show, just what we know about, with more than $20,000 in salary payments coming in December alone. That's insane. That's crazy. While it's not officially against the rules, personal PAC fundraising instead of fundraising for the DNC has rubbed some party brass the wrong way. Of course it has. They're not getting their fair share of it. They want their cut. They don't want no. You can't be making all the money, Mr. Hogg. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna write. That's all we're gonna talk about with that, because I don't like the guy anyway. But it doesn't surprise me that 2 weeks into his little promotion that he received, getting into the DNC vice chair, he's already been found out about swindling money back to himself. It doesn't surprise me not one bit at all. Anyway, we got Governor Newsom. Okay, I found this on Fox News, just scrolling through some Yahoo News. This is insane to me, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you're not okay with taking criminals who are in jail, in prison, and you're going to veto and block ICE from coming in and taking these people out of our system and sending them back to their home country, and you're not okay with it, you're not a good person. These people are criminals. They've broken our law, not only by being here illegally, which in itself is a crime, but they've also broken other laws. And we don't know, how many of these people are rapists, killers, anything else. We don't know. But Governor Newsom, he says that, I shouldn't deport these people. Why? Why not? They're the worst criminals, and he doesn't want to deport them. There's something wrong with this. If you defend this, you're not a good person. I'm sorry. Not sorry. You're not a good person if you defend this. That's all there is to it. Anyway, Governor Newsom will veto California bill blocking prisons from cooperating with ICE. Make it make sense. How are you okay with keeping the criminals here in the U.S.? Why? What purpose does it serve for you? That's what I want to know. Anyway, excuse me. California Governor Gavin Newsom will veto a bill that would block his state's prison system from cooperating with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, his office told Fox News Digital. Assembly Bill 15 argues that when California's jails and prisons voluntarily and unnecessarily transfer immigrant and refugee community members eligible for release from state or local custody to ICE for immigration detention and deportation processes, they subject these community members to double punishment and further trauma. No, they don't. They're here illegally. That's strike one. 2, they've committed a further crime being in jail or prison. Deport them. What? I don't see what the problem is with this. If you're not okay with this, you're not a good person. That's all there is to it. It makes no sense, and this kind of crap shouldn't be happening. Why? Why would you want to keep criminals in the U.S.? If they're here illegally and they've committed a crime, deport them. There's no reason to keep them here. Anyway, deportation of corrections and rehabilitations shall not detain on the bias of a hold request, providing an immigration authority with release date information or respond to a notification request, transfer to an immigration authority, or facilitate or assist with a transfer request any individual who is eligible for release. Read some of the language of the bill. Like I said, Governor Gavin Newsom, as Trump likes to call him, and I think it's a fitting name. is just, like I said, I don't understand why you would not be okay with this. I don't. There's no reason to not be okay with it. I know I keep saying it over and over again, but just to reiterate it, they're criminals. For one, they're in the country illegally, and they've committed a further crime, being in jail or prison. Why not deport them? There's no reason not to. Anyway, that's all I got for today. Appreciate you hanging out. If you like my rant, you can subscribe to me on the YouTubes. You can follow me on Rumble. And if you want to go over to X, you can follow me at The Political Ray. And I appreciate you hanging out, and have a good day. God bless.